Fine attachment. One step forward.
It's covered on slope, and the person that was
Ready,
hired
front.
Navy Captain Hurst moved. Even though we call this slope landing, there is little evidence that Sloat himself ever stepped foot on one way.
All right.
Well,
March.
Captain Rudon directed the landing party that was actually dodging the price and later became the lieutenant of the He read the proclamation, but today we will give that honor to Commodore Sloat.
A proclamation to the inhabitants of California. The central government of Mexico, having commenced hostilities against the United States of America by invading its territory and attacking the troops of the United States stationed on the north side of the Rio Grande, and with a force of 7,000 men under the command of General Arista, which army was totally destroyed, and all their artillery, baggage, etc. Captured on the 8th and 9th of May last by a force of 2,300 men under the command of General Taylor, and the city of Matamoros taken and occupied by the forces of the United States, and the two nations being actually at war by this transaction. I shall hoist the standard of the United States at Montereye immediately, and shall carry it throughout California. I declare to the inhabitants of California that although I come in arms with a powerful force, I do not come among them as an enemy to California. On the contrary, I come as their best friend, as henceforward California will be a portion of the United States, and its peaceable inhabitants will enjoy the same rights and privileges they now enjoy, together with the privileges of choosing their own magistrates and other officers for the administration of justice among themselves. And the same protection will be extended to them as to any other state in the Union. They will also enjoy a permanent government under which life, property, and the constitutional right and lawful security to worship the Creator in a way most congenial to each one's sense of duty will be secured, which unfortunately the central government of Mexico cannot afford them, destroyed as her resources are by internal factions and corrupt officers who create constant revolutions to promote their own interests and to oppress the people. Under the flag of the United States, California will be free from all such troubles and expense. Consequently, the country will rapidly advance and improve both in agriculture and commerce, as of course the revenue laws will be the same in California as in all other parts of the United States, affording them all manufactures and produce of the United States, free of any duty, and all foreign goods at 1/4 of the duty they now pay. A great increase in the value of real estate and the products of California may also be anticipated. With the great interest and kind feelings I know the government and people of the United States possess towards the citizens of California, the country cannot but improve more rapidly than any other in the continent of America. Such of the inhabitants of California, whether natives or foreigners, as may not be disposed to accept the high privilege of citizenship and to live peaceably under the government of the United States, will be allowed time to dispose of their property and to remove out of the country, if they choose, without any restriction, or remain in it observing strict neutrality. With full confidence in the honor and integrity of the inhabitants of the country, I invite the judges, alcaldes, and other civil officers to retain their offices and to execute their functions as heretofore, that the public tranquility may not be disturbed, at least until the government of the territory can be more definitely arranged. All persons holding titles to real estate or in quiet possession of lands under the color of right shall have these titles and rights guaranteed to them. All churches and the properties they contain in possession of the clergy of California shall continue in the same rights and possessions they now enjoy. All provisions and supplies of every kind furnished by the inhabitants for the use of the United States ships and soldiers will be paid for at fair rates. And no private property will be taken for public use without just compensation at the moment. Commodore John Sloat at Monterey, California, July 7, 1846. Hoist the colors.
The flag raised that day had 4 rows of 7 stars, 28 in all. With the flag only halfway up the pole, the halyard jammed. After first removing his shoes, Midshipman Higgins shinnied up the pole and freed the halyard, permitting the signal officer Toller to hoist the stars and stripes. We hopefully will not be recreating that part of the proceedings today. Commodore Sloat. We'd like to thank our all-volunteer boat crew, mostly from the Naval Detachment at the DLI, Guy Francis, Joshua Blanks, Nico Pacetti, Elia Cohn, Joseph Minks, Brian Cagnon, Rob Carman, Steve Bean, Sean Riley, Chancellor Patterson, Brandon Woods, Nicole Silvestri, Danielle Mayo, and James O'Miller. I'd like to thank again the Monterey Community Band and leader Dick Robin. I want to thank all of our guests here. Oh, who did I leave out? I'm sorry. The Center for Living History, the U.S. Cyan reenactors, Tom Teal, John Middleton. The Cyan was one of the ships that was here. Captain Mervine led the assault, and these guys have a website, cyan.org. That talks about recreating a lot of that history. Where's our gunnery sergeant down there representing the Cyan today? Thank you again to the MHAA, to the City of Monterey, to our friends at State Parks. Be sure to say thank you to a guy with or lady with a bear on his shoulder. My name again is Tom Diggins. Been a lot of fun for me to be your master of ceremonies. You can Google me at Monterey Walking Tours. Please join us at the museum for punch and cookies. See you next year. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, they got them up? Yep. Last time they had them up for quite a while. Now they're probably afraid to just get out there. Look at that nice anchor.
All right.